In our current world, the most common form of art we will come across is graphic design, specifically that in advertising. Whether it be through video advertisements like that on YouTube, TV commercials, flyers, or billboards, advertising is everywhere in the world. Despite how frequently we come across it, we really don't give it that much thought. Don't even deny this. Some advertisements can become so obscure or forgotten that they fall to the hands of time. So today, I'll be talking about 8 lost advertisements. During Pixar's infancy as a company, prior to the breakout success of Toy Story in 1995, Pixar spent a lot of their efforts and resources on making advertisements for famous companies, such as Coca-Cola, Paramount, Kellogg's, and a whole host of other companies. A majority of these commercials can actually be found and are available online. However, there are 2 commercials that have yet to resurface. Both of these commercials were made for the Japanese company Toppan Printing. The first commercial was produced in 1989 and was called The Dance of the Water Lilies, and the second commercial was made in 1990 called Galaxy. Other than the titles of these commercials, nothing is really known of them, but there is a postcard that potentially depicts Dance of the Water Lilies, but this has yet to be confirmed, and both of these commercials are lost. In 2004, Pixar released The Incredibles in theaters, but just prior to the release of The Incredibles, 3 online promos were made for the film, those being First in Line, Still First in Line, and First in Line Sold Out. The first of these promos has a guy in an Incredibles suit with an Incredibles mask on his face waiting in line at a movie theater in Los Angeles, and the next promo would have the same guy still waiting in line, who quickly leaves the line and puts up a sign of himself before he comes back. And the final promo has the tickets officially being sold out and the same guy going into grief, with the ad saying that the only way to actually be first in line is to be the first to buy tickets online on the Incredibles website. When The Incredibles was put onto DVD, these promos are not included, and after being removed from a Disney Geek website, these shorts would become obscure and lost. But on March 18th of 2020, the first of these promos would be found on a promotional CD-ROM from the UK. For another year, the final 2 promos would stay lost, until July 10th of 2021, when the final 2 promos would be uploaded to the Internet Archive, where they can be viewed to this very day. Artman Animations has been making commercials since the 1980s, and just like Pixar, a lot of these animations were advertisements for many large companies such as Lego, Bonjour, and Witos. Artman has been making commercials over its entire lifetime since the 80s and still makes them to this very day. Some of these lost commercials include an ad for the UK Office of Energy Conservation, which may have involved a family of dinosaurs, a Milk d'Or or Millstone Gold advert, an advert for the Scottish Health Education Group, an ad for Lifesavers, and adverts of Little Caesars were known to have been made at some point, but are lost and have no further information about them. As of 2023, there's a chance that these exist somewhere, but they have yet to resurface. A little after the release of Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius in 2001, Nickelodeon would advertise the movie by interrupting several Nickelodeon shows such as SpongeBob, Rugrats, and Rocket Power. The majority of these broadcast interruptions are available online, such as most of the SpongeBob ones and most of the Rugrats ones. However, several SpongeBob and Rugrats interruptions are lost, such as a Rugrats one in which Jimmy changes the audio to Spanish, and a SpongeBob one in which Jimmy gives SpongeBob and Squidward his hair and then accidentally turns into Carl. However, some of these are existence unconfirmed, such as one that happened during Invader Zim, in which Jimmy gives Dib and Gaz his hair and accidentally turns into Carl, and a Doug episode in which Jimmy glitches the episode. As of 2023, around 15 interruptions are available, whilst the other ones are lost. William Darrell Billy Mays Jr., who you may know as Billy Mays, was a marketing pitchman who made many advertisements from the 1980s until his passing in 2009. You probably know Mays as an internet meme and famous for his catchphrase, "Hi, Billy Mays here," which he would use to start off the commercials for products he was advertising. Mays has started hundreds of commercials, and some of these have become lost. Some of these lost advertisements include pitches for products like OxyClean and Turbo Tiger, with a 30-minute OxyClean pitch being made in 1998 that has only a minute being publicly available in English, as well as an 11-minute German dubbed version of the pitch, and multiple commercials for Turbo Tiger, in which Mays promotes the product with an emphasis on the tiger part of the name, as Mays promotes the product alongside an actual live tiger. Only around a few seconds remain of this Turbo Tiger commercial and a compilation of other commercials, as well as several set photos. A large number of Mays commercials are available online, whilst many more have yet to resurface. King of the Hill started to air in January of 2009 on Adult Swim until June of 2018, but Adult Swim would regain reprogramming rights in 2021. In 2011, Adult Swim started to air bumpers for King of the Hill in 2011 until 2014. These commercials would have a fictional sponsor from the show, such as Sugarfoot Barbecue, Waffle Hut, and the Arlen Mall, as well as real-life companies such as Lowe's, Hyundai, and Progressive. Many are available online due to screen recordings, however, a few are lost, but it is incredibly likely that any lost bumpers do exist due to how recently they were made. Mystery Funhouse is a tourist attraction in Orlando, Florida that ran from March 28, 1976 through February 18, 2001, when it closed due to increased competition with other tourist attractions in the local area. The attraction had a large amount of rooms and things to experience, like an ancient Egyptian attraction, a mirror maze, a forest, and a disco room of all things. In 1977, a commercial was made to advertise the attraction that aired in the Central Florida area. All of the commercial was lost, with only several pictures of it taken from a TV playing, which were taken by one of the child actors in it, and it will most likely remain like that due to its obscurity, age, and Mystery Funhouse being shut down. In 1963, McDonald's made their first ever commercial with their second mascot Archie, dancing on a McDonald's countertop. This commercial is entirely lost, with the only mention of it being a plaque in the first ever McDonald's location in Downey, California, that shows the history of McDonald's mascots, going from Speedy to Archie and finally to Ronald McDonald. Everything about this commercial is obscure. Even Archie himself is barely remembered, with him only really being remembered on several McDonald's toys from the 60s. McDonald's themselves have even confirmed that they don't even have the commercial in an email exchange with a Discord user. Due to this, the age of the commercial, and its obscurity, this will most likely remain lost for the foreseeable future.